even though Tarzan and the Northman, we're talking about the same actor, it's all about building the character. So there's a difference between the Viking that we see now and the man who grew up in the jungle. So physically, we wanted Alex to be a little thicker, maybe not as much or as little body fat as last time, more of a Viking look. He's a wolf bear, so we wanted him to be able to move smoothly and at the same time have that size and thickness. So that was different this time. And obviously he's also fighting with a sword and an axe, and he needs to move in a certain way. So we tried to work that into the character as well. The movement training is really to support his movement patterns and to prepare him for these long days of fighting. And that's super important. Otherwise, you'll probably, not only can you see it, that he's not comfortable moving like that, but he'll get injured. So a lot of the exercises that we do with our strength training are movements that are mimicking what he's doing on sets. When I work on a project, I obviously prep someone. I build a character before we start filming, but then once we're on set, once we start to film, I help out with the nutrition, the menus. I make sure that Alex gets the food at the right time and that he eats the food. I make sure that he gets his training in, and I'm also with him on set to warm him up, pump him up for certain scenes. I'll stand and watch the monitor overlooking so I can see how he's moving, so I help out with that physical movement as well. And so it's really more than just training and nutrition. Even with the shading in the makeup trailer, when it comes to shading certain muscles, I'm there to have a look. The things that we do in the gym is to support the way he looks and the way he moves. So today we're going to do a couple of exercises that are really good for his mobility and movement patterns, and then obviously a couple of exercises that's going to help him to look the part. I'm in charge of Alex's training and nutrition on this job. I've been working with Alex before on Tarzan, so I know how hard he works, which makes this project a pleasure to be a part of. The first thing you look at when building this character is what he needs. How do we want him to look, but also how do we want him to move? Who is this person? So obviously, as a Viking, a fighting Viking, he needs to be able to move a certain way and to fight a certain way. So our training, the programming that I'm creating for Alex is one, to build muscle mass, to look a certain way, but also to keep him strong and healthy, to support him so he's able to do this long shoot without getting injured. And then obviously we add movements into the training that allows him to get better at certain movements that he needs as Amleth. A typical workout, there's going to be some strength training to build muscle mass and to look the part, and then we will do some accessory work. We're going to make sure to work on his mobility in the shoulders, and a couple of movement exercises that allows him to move more like a Viking should.